Welcome back to Threefold Recital, everyone. We're back here with Taiqing in the mansion. Master Chen should have bought more medicine. Oh, I read that already. Alrighty, so we're here to do some investigation into Master Chen's medicine and see what more suspicious things are going on here. Ramiel is blocking the door, and there's a plaque on the door saying "Private space of Everchen, keep out." What? I just met Everchen inside the living room not very long ago. When did he lock it? Let's ask the butler. So we can go ask the butler about Everchen, which we'll do soon. Just investigating these objects first. The majority of furniture pieces are streamlined. The few that came with sharp corners are equipped with corner guards and soft pads. I see that Everchen doesn't take any risk when it comes to possible injuries. And Everchen's bedroom door is locked. That's interesting, isn't it? Seeing this nightmare talked to him earlier. Anyway, sorry for the long gap between recordings, guys. I've not been doing so well, but I'm back now. Alrighty. Oh, hello, Officer Mir. What do you need me to ask about? Let's ask about Everchen. Master is leader of Zone 1's trading sector. On top of that, he's a respected philanthropist. He previously owns and oversees an orphanage in Zone 2. Stop, we've heard plenty about that already. The living room on 2F is locked. It was open earlier today. Who locked it? Chen? Oh, I'm sorry. It was me. Do you need to go inside? Right. There could be clues. Sure. Here is the key. I'm gonna get Everchen's key. A green jade key with a white jade charm, both spotless. This key alone is worth a small apartment. Stop drooling. You better not drop it. Yeah, I'll teach it with real good clear. We got the living room key. Let's go. Let's see what's happening upstairs. Gramiel, can you get out of the way already? I want to see what's at the third floor. Anything interesting here in the kitchenette? Is this a kitchenette? I can't put my finger on it, but there seems to be something missing. We'll later find out that it's the knives, but you can't actually tell that the knives are missing from what the game shows us. Anyway, let's try and do that jump again. Can't really make it from the table, but there we go. This could be the clue that I'm looking for. I should have brought Wai Fai along. Oh, we need to get the Wai Fai. This corner is a bit messy. It's obviously used more often than other parts. Sweet Gramiel sleeps. She doesn't keep a very good, care of her surroundings. Anyway, let's grab Wai Fai. How's the investigation going? Let's go. Sure, but do we really need a lame man tagging along? This can get very academical, you know. What's your problem? Say it to my face, you bruh. Chill, man. This is not the time. Okay, this layman will stay here for now. So now we've got Wai Fai. Let's go. Alright, Wai Fai, what have you got to say about this? Can you Google search it for me? Can you put it up? Man, I'm terrible at platforming. You wouldn't want to watch me play a Silk Song. This is the missing medicine that we're looking for. The label says Formula 2, Dragon Antler. Dragon Antler? That could mean one of three different things even. First, a tropical plant that's called Dragon Antler, although it has no nutritional or medical qualities. Secondly, literally antlers of dragons. Right. But it doesn't make sense. Dragon antlers are extremely rare. There are hardly any supply at all. I don't think whoever made these scam pills would spend that much money on them. That leaves the third possibility. Let me have a sniff. Yep, these pills contain powdered deer antlers. In traditional medicine, deer antlers are supposed to improve blood circulation. It's not for everyone, though. If you have blood pressure issues, taking deer antlers will only make them worse. Make them worse? I see. So that's why Everchen felt poisoned. Now let's report to Nate. We got all the answers that we need. Is that it? Ever-Chen was just suffering from the side effects of a medicine that he didn't need at all. Yes, but the deep association is partly responsible as well. They put way too much deer antler powder in these pills. Overdosing is real. Too much of a good thing can be bad for you. But why did they do that? Higher dosage means more cost. Probably due to the most common pitfall about priests who are new to alchemy and transmutation. Quantity over quality. You've got no dragon antlers? No problem. Substitute with deer antlers, increase the dosage by 10 times. What could possibly go wrong? That's disturbing. Now we can give Ever-Chen the peace of mind he needs. He won't have enough to sue deep association, but the poisoning problem is solved for sure. Speaking of Ever-Chen, is he home? I haven't seen him so far. Yes, in his bedroom, the one at the end of the second floor corridor. I met him at his living room not very long before he came. Then he said he wasn't feeling well and retreated to his bedroom. Okay, go report to him then. Say, how long has it been since we came out? Huh? Why? There's a clock over there. Should be exactly 99 minutes since we came out. Oh yeah, guess what? I've refreshed my fast payout record. Complete the assignment and get paid by Nate under 100 minutes. Okay. Hurry up with the paycheck, bro. Hold your horses. Can I trust you guys? This whole theory is based on just a what? Sniff? What else can we do? It takes a kiln to do proper analysis. Without that, a sniff is our best try. Hurry up, I have a fast payout record to break. About that, there actually is a kiln. I saw it on the 3rd floor, right there facing the stairs. You can't miss it. Seriously? He's got a kiln in his home? I'm going to give him preliminary findings. Meanwhile, you go get some solid evidence with that kiln to back me up. Sure thing, as long as it makes you happy. Let's get the pills. Let's go check the kiln out. The kiln out. Put the pills in the kiln. Alrighty, let's go. Upstairs. Grand Meow was blocking the way earlier, but... now we've got free... wait, there's no kiln here. Nate, what were you doing? I don't see anything that looks like a kiln. I guess Nate was just pulling my leg. Wait, he sent me on a wild goose chase just when we started to talk about payment? Don't tell me he was trying to... Gotta catch him before he bolts. You can't smart a fox on Nate. Well, before we do that, let's get some stuff. And we've got a talisman here for repairing French oil riffs. What's that all about? Okay, Nate, where are you? Why am I not being paid? Hey, Nate, you... Something's wrong. What? The bedroom's locked. I've been knocking for a while, but there's no sound from the inside. I've got a bad feeling. No way. Hello, sir. Can I help with anything? Oh, it's you, thumb up. Yes, you can. Do you have the key for this bedroom? Sorry, no. There's only one key, and Master keeps it around all the time. Guess we have to kick the door down then. What is this about? Oh? Owned. Destroyed. One shot, one kill. There's no one in here. Where's Ever-Chen? The upstairs? There's nobody inside? Looks like so, but I did see him going into this room. Where could he be? Ah! What's that? Calm down. What's wrong with you? Wait, this black liquid is dripping from somewhere above the ceiling. Is there an attic up there? There probably is. See there? A small access door. You go up and check it out. Me? Why don't you go check it out? You're the comp. I'm kinda large for that door, in case you haven't noticed. Then find someone smaller. Remind me, who's the slimmest in this room again? I mean, I'm fitter than Wi Fi. Maybe he could do it. Okay, you win. Poor Taiqing. He's got to do everything himself. Nothing else in this room to investigate, so let's go. Alright. Door's open. Let's hop up. Just a lot of black liquid. Turns out there's nothing. This outer space is flooded, hence the dripping. Yeah, what else am I supposed to find? A dead body bleeding all over the place? That sort of thing doesn't happen in real life. Okay, I'm leaving. Okay. Ah! What now? Oh no! Holy heavens, is that? Oh no, a dead body. Ever out of this world, everlasting palace. That is no was Everchin. Alrighty guys, let's find out what's happened to Everchin. We've got the coroner here now. And the detective. It only took the police about 10 minutes to get here. Impressive. The police station is right around the corner. I called them with the telephone. A mobile telephone? That's sick. Yeah, gift from Share. I think it's the only one in town. Ever since then I've become an odd call officer. Not sure if it's worth the trouble. Well, there's a price for the convenience. Back to real business. What just happened? After you went up into the attic, we started to search around the room. Hugh was checking the bookshelf. I looked under the bed. That's when the apprentice there started screaming his head off. Sorry, I opened the wardrobe and there's a dead body. From scam to murder, this is escalating too quickly. Murder? Are you sure about that? Pretty much. We can basically rule out suicide. Just in case, though, some forensic work is due. Count me in. What do you say, Nate? Feel free to help if you think you can. Yes. Why are you so excited? Someone just died. Oh, sorry.
Say, Nate. Whatever you guys find, don't forget to tell me about it. I'm keeping a record of this investigation, you see.
Don't you worry about that. Alright, so let's do some investigation and then report to Officer Hugh what we find. A key hanging on the wall. White jade key with a green jade charm. Could it be the key to this lock? Kind of matches that one that we saw earlier. That the butler gave it. Just try it out. Alright, let's give it a go. This door, before we came in, it was locked, obviously. It was locked. That's why Nate had to force it open. Enough stating the obvious. Have a closer look at the lock. The lock is the most common kind for interior doors. Just push a button to lock it from the inside. From the outside, though, you've got to have the key to lock it. So, who locked the door? Everchin or someone from the outside? Let me try this key. Unless Taiqing's trying to get from the outside. There must be two sides to this lock. Yes, this is the key for the lock. We can ask the butler about the key. We get that clue to ask the butler about.
Found anything yet, Nate?
Nothing for now. We can ask the coroner about Everchin's body or the butler about the key. Let's go ask the coroner what he's got to do. No? What am I doing? Looking at this stone. What's this chunk of stone for? It's called Deep Energy Stone, supposedly harvested from the seabed, imbued with the godly powers of the Deep One. Of course it's not true. Deep Association used to sell these things by the truckload and eventually got sued. They lost and paid a heavy price. From then on, they deleted that crap from their brochures and avoided leaving a paper trail. Meaning you can't do anything about it anymore. Unfortunately, yes. Laws are not as effective as you may think. All we can do is print some anti-scam brochures. They're pretty smart. What's this gadget here?
It's a handheld verifier.
A what?
Master thought Deep Association's pills might have been laced with poison, so he hired Lou's workshop to have them spayed. Feed it with the list of ingredients and it will tell you whether the pill you got inside is right. Master used to verify all his daily pills.
He cared a lot about his health, huh? Rule 1, if you ever care about your health, don't take random pills. Beside the verifier, there's a photo of Everchin and a young man who looks quite like him. Why does Everchin look so familiar? There's a similar photo in the living room. Who's the other guy? His son? Yes.
That's young Master Johnny Chin.
Johnny Chin, eh? I've heard that name before. Where do I know it from, though? Oh, well. Hey, Wu! Haven't seen you doing field work in a while. Hello, Nate. You need a detailed coroner's report? Nah, don't have time for that. Give me the short version. Huh? Why not the long version? Huh, a curious priest. Good, I'm full of curiosity too. You, just leave the talking to me, Taiqing. Don't mind him, Wu. Just give me the short version. Okay. Cause of death, stab wounds, 5 of them, all lethal. The weapon is something like a dagger. On top of that, the victim had multiple fractured or broken bones. He was beaten up before killed? Unlikely. There is no bruising to support that theory. Furthermore, there is hardly any spilled blood in the wardrobe. The murder weapon is missing too. This may sound stupid, but I have to ask, just in case. Is he supposed to bleed a lot with 5 stab wounds? Yes, a lot. His clothes are soaked. Clothes soaked with blood, but the wardrobe is surprisingly clean. Okay, I see. Time of death, roughly 15 minutes ago. Right, the body is still warm, with no sign of rigor mortis yet. It took you about 5 minutes to get here. In other words, when we found the body, it was killed about 5 minutes ago. When we were outside talking about his pills. Right, we went right next door and didn't notice anything. Heh. You know what, Nate? I can tell you more. Just need one lick. What? Heh. No need for that. Thanks, and you're dismissed. Just one lick of his blood, no? Is he serious? Like the victim's blood? That's morbid. He is deadly serious. One more thing. Junior Co came with me. Did you see him? Junior's here? No, I didn't see him. Where did he go? Upstairs. The hole in the ceiling.
Taiqing just went up there.
Let's go upstairs and see if we can find Junior Co. See what he's all about.
Please, Officer Mayor, catch Master's murderer.
But first, let's ask him all about Johnny Chin. Or Everchin.
This is so surreal. It can't be happening.
Has your master been acting strange in any way recently?
Strange? Well, as the butler, I really shouldn't comment on my employer.
Whatever you can think of, say it already. He's your ex-employer now. Tell me everything you know if you want us to catch his murderer.
Understood. I'll try. Master was a cautious person. Now the right word should probably be paranoid.
Paranoid, huh?
Like he didn't allow any staff, sharp or heavy instruments in any part of his house. I had to use the kitchen in a guest house to prepare meals because there are no knives in the main kitchen.
Now I know why the kitchenette in the living room felt weird. The lack of knives.
Every pill he took must go through the verifier first. His drinking water must be tested for poison too. He wouldn't trust it if there was one shred of doubt.
You would hope that he would also taste his food and everything if he was so worried. Every piece of furniture is either padded or equipped with counter guards. Falling accidents and sharp furniture corners contribute to a large number of deaths, I'm afraid. He's paranoid, alright. And it was particularly weird today. What happened? After lunch, he sent all servants home, gave them a long paid vacation. The only exceptions were myself and Gran Meow. I wonder why he did that for. That explains why it's so quiet here today.
Then he locked himself in his bedroom. Didn't even come out for dinner.
Did you check on him?
No, Master was like that sometimes, locking himself inside for hours on end, explicitly telling us not to disturb. I've learned to respect his privacy.
But I just saw him earlier today.
Right. I was surprised that he came out to greet you.
A weirdo. For sure. Hey, this is his home. He does what he wants. Can't argue with that. Let's ask him about Johnny Chin this time.
Young Master, he's not home right now.
Not home? You mean he's missing?
No, of course not. Whenever Master locks himself inside, young Master often seizes the opportunity to sneak out. He'll be back before Master comes out, though.
Sneak out? This is his home. Can't he come and leave at will?
About that.
We need your honest answer, Mr. Bap.
Master told me to keep young Master home 24/7. Young Master begged me to let him out, though, so I sometimes just played dumb.
Why was he keeping such a tight leash on his son?
He wanted to keep young Master in his sight at all times.
This is ridiculous. Johnny is an adult. He's entitled to privacy.
I agree. That's why I let young Master slip out from time to time. If I was caught, I'd tell Master that he was being unreasonable. He could fire me if he wanted. Maybe I'm not a good butler.
No, this is your fault. In anything, you deserve a better employer.
Thank you for saying that.
Let's ask him about the key.
The bedroom only has one key, kept by Master himself. It was right there on that peg.
I saw 2 nails on the wall. Does that mean there's another key?
Yes, there is. The other key is for the living room. I already gave it to you.
Ah, that one.
Sometimes he gave the key to me when he wanted the living room locked. So we kind of passed the living room key back and forth.
Something weird about those 2 keys. Do you have it at the time of the murder?
Yes. After Master met with you this morning, I found the key on the living room table. I thought Master must have left it there for me to lock the door, so I locked the living room up. The living room key is unrelated to this case, isn't it?
I'm not sure yet. Neither am I, Nate. Neither am I. Anyway, let's go talk to Officer Hugh upstairs.
What do you think of my service quality as butler? Please press the button in my coat to rate it from 1 star to 5 stars from the bottom up.
Come on, man. This is really not the time. I'll handle that. 5 stars.
Great. Thank you, sir. This means a lot to me.
Your employers already. Taiqing, show some respect to professionalism. Just leave him be. He's extremely stressed right now.
Thank you for understanding. I'm actually looking for a new job, so...
Sure.
I need all the good ratings I can get.
I mean, I don't know how the service industry works here, but yeah, it's Uber for butlers. Hey, what are you doing, man? Keep out, civilians. Police investigation in progress. Oh, isn't that Nate? Civilians, go back to your lag technician. This work is for field officers. Come on, I'm still a field officer, at least for the next week or 2. Whatever you say. Do you know him? Yeah, Junior Co, field officer, son of the sheriff. Pretty smart for a weasel. He's been transferred to the Arcane Forensic Lab as a technician. Not weasel. I'm a red panda. And I was going to be the next sheriff until Nate came along. Don't be so serious, I'm joking. Dad wouldn't let me even if I wanted to take over from him. Listen to you, old man. You have more of a future as a lab technician. Yeah, definitely. Anyway, what do you guys want to know? Now, for real, what are you doing here, Junior? I'm searching this space for secret doors. Secret doors? Right, somehow I feel this attic space is more than what it seems. Let's ask him about these secret doors, eh? Unfortunately, there are no secret doors. You're sure about that? Of course! Junior doesn't look like it, but he actually is an expert of secret doors. One of the best. Thank you, Nate. Trapdoors, hidden tunnels, hollow walls, you name it. I'll know it if there was any. Let's ask him about the steel bars. You mean those steel bars in the wall? The gas may look generous, but they're in fact smaller than the size of your average adult's head. You can rule out even snakelings. They have humanoid heads at the very least, meaning they'll get stuck. Plus the opening is a bit too high to climb through. There's nothing to stand on. You mean, forget about it if I'm counting on the murderer escaping through the bars? Yep. What about the flood water? Not water, it's ink. Ink? It does look a little bit dark. I thought it was just poor lighting. Not only on the ground, this wall is splattered with ink too. Look, it's kind of hard to miss. Let's ask him about nothing and have a look to... Oh, right, Nate. There's one more possibility you must take into consideration. That the murderer could be a priest. Correct. Wait, what? I'm a priest. What does this have to do about priests? It's nothing new, really. You'd be surprised by the number of criminal cases involving priests. They have many handy spells. Turning invisible, remote controlling puppets, walking through walls, just to name a few. Some can even kill people from thousands of miles away with powerful curses. Perfect alibi. You can't be serious. He's dead serious. Junior is about to transfer to a police division specifically for handling these cases. The Arcane Forensic Lab. We call it the AFL, the Australian Football League. The Australian Football League, that's my favourite league, represents the future of forensics. We specialise in supernatural crime. If there's any evidence indicating supernatural factors at work, this case will be handed over to the AFL prompto. Right now it's still my case. The AFL can't take it over until we're done with it. Sure thing, brother. Wish you all the guys the best. Man, I've never heard of police labs like that before. Me neither. The AFL didn't exist until quite recently. The youngsters there can't make a name for themselves. We police must stay 2 steps ahead of criminals, after all. Alright, let's have a chat with the guy. Found anything yet, Nate? I see. The murderer either moved the body or cleaned out the bud. Ironic. Everchet was so obsessed with help, but died a murder in the end. Don't really think that's irony here. You need to get down better at that. Anything else, eh? Aha, this must be one of those locked room mysteries, eh? Yep, sure enough it is, mate. How about I tell you about the attic space? There's nothing in the attic space. Can't be sure if that's relevant. Are you gonna write it down anyway, mate? Yep, sure enough. Anything else? Johnny Chin. A son with no privacy at all. Did he play a part in his dad's murder? Alright, that's basically it. All written down. That's about as much as we can find out. Good work. Johnny Chen, that name. I think I've heard it somewhere.
Aha! Here, found it.
How thick is that journal? August, 3 years ago. Johnny Chin was admitted into a luxury hospital in Zone 1 on account of mental illness. He had a few fights with orderlies there. The hospital called the police. The situation escalated quickly. Yeah, I can imagine. In the end, there was no lawsuit, but Johnny was kicked out of the hospital for home care. Interesting. What exactly was he hospitalized for?
Is it okay to disclose that? Doctor-patient confidentiality, you know.
You're not his doctor, and this is a murder case. I don't see a problem.
If you say so. Johnny was hospitalized for dissociative identity disorder.
Come again? Hydra syndrome in colloquial terms. Giant snake with 9 heads, you know? Each of these heads has its own brain. Although at times they don't agree with each other. Those with dissociative identity disorder are kind of like that. Multiple personalities living in the same body. Doctors there knew the Chins pretty well. According to them, that time Johnny was acting very weird, not like his usual self at all. A textbook case of Hydra syndrome. Man, this game is so outdated. DID does not work like that. This may or may not be helpful to our investigation. Let's gather all these puzzle pieces and try to put them together. Game? Yes, the climax of detective stories. Alright, first and foremost, ready? I sure am. Start from the crime scene. It's a locked room. The door is locked. The only way inside is, the only key is inside the room. There's an outer space, but no meaningful way of exit or entry. It's a locked room, just like in the detective stories. With that established, let's move on to the cause of death. So, Everchin locked himself inside. Is it possible that he died of suicide or accident? It has to be murder. I mean, he got stabbed 7 times. That's not a suicide. Multiple spare rooms for wrist bleeding. Barely any blood in the wardrobe and certainly no weapon inside. That leaves us with 2 possibilities. Either he was killed elsewhere, then dumped into the wardrobe, or someone cleaned the scene and took away the weapon. Either way, there must be a murderer. Exactly. That's why I called it a criminal case right away. You could tell that with just a casual look. Wow. Just a matter of police work experience. Hold on. Murder in a locked room. How did the murderer leave the scene? Yes, that is one big question. Maybe this case is beyond my responsibilities. We must consider the possibility of supernatural crime. In other words, let the AFL take over. They're more experienced with priests and spells, and rugby. If the murderer is indeed a priest.
Can I have a word?
Sure, go on.
Don't you think the little window in the edit space kind of important?
We already ruled it out. With steel bars, no one could fit through it. Hey, what's on the other side of the little window? And probably the kiln room. I remember seeing a similar window there. What are you talking about? There's no kiln room. You're just pulling my leg. Why would I? It's not like I have nothing better to do. But there really is none. You tell her, Wai Fai. Yeah, I didn't see any kiln either. Could there be a secret door? Where? On the 3rd floor? Where else? Of course I'm talking about the 3rd floor. Check the 3rd floor out. Let's go together. Coming. Alright, we've got the keyword for the secret door. We are looking for that secret passage, but we can also ask Junior about the secret passage. But we'll do that all next time on Threefold Recital. Thanks so much for watching. If you did enjoy this episode, make sure to like, comment and subscribe. Really does help out a lot. And have a wonderful rest of your day. Cheers.